I'm really excited to be here today and to walk you through a whirlwind of presentation this morning, where we're going to go through some of the most exciting product launches that we have to announce this year, as well as talk through what you and I are doing, solving some applications with incredible systems in the areas of software, in automated test, and as well as industrial machineries. We also have a variety of demos that will highlight a lot of these capabilities. And one of the things that I'm really excited to do is talk through how some of these examples are being used right here in India. So to start out, we'd like to take a closer look at a machine builder application right here in India. To do that, please welcome to the stage Satish Kanavi from ETA Technology.
Good morning, Joel.
Good morning, Satish.
Good morning, NI team. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
So Satish, can you tell us a little bit about your company and the specific role that you have there?
ETA Technology. ETA, the notation means efficiency. Efficiency is the proportion ratio of output work done to input work done. ETA Technology is a 20 years old organization offering tools to improve the efficiency of the products in terms of manufacturing and inspection. ETA Technology has supplied machines in more than 20 countries and has deployed machines, about 500 machines worldwide. And last year, ETA Technology has become the world's biggest manufacturer in one of its key products called the friction welding machine. And they are the world leaders in IC engine valve manufacturing machines. And we make very high-end, complex simulation platforms, motion platforms, Stewart platforms, hexapods, road load data simulators, etc.
And Satish, what is your role at ETA?
My name is Satish. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Satish. I am the executive director at ETA Technology. And I am associated with LabVIEW hardware and software platforms since last 20 years and have executed about 250 projects. And my main role is, apart from administration, I interact with customers and train my ETA personnel with LabVIEW.
Perfect. Now, you mentioned a wide variety of different machines that you build. Can you walk us through some of the different application areas that your machines serve?
Yes. At ETA Technology, we have 4 business verticals. We are the world's largest friction welding machine manufacturers. We are one of the world's biggest IC engine valve machine manufacturing. Then we make road load data simulation. We believe in realization through simulation. We make motion platforms, and we make special purpose machine. Now, friction welding. You must be wondering, what is this friction welding? You have heard of welding, but what is this friction welding? If you imagine a normal welding, you have a torch, and you put the flux, and you weld all around the periphery. But whereas in friction, you can weld 2 dissimilar materials. You can weld an aluminum with copper just by rubbing it, creating heat, then taking it to the plastic zone and upset forging it for molecular bonding. This produces the best weld quality in the world, which is much better than the parent material. And the weld surface is very uniform. All over the surface it is welded. And we have got installations all over the world. I am proud to tell you that more than 50% of the trucks that are plying on the roads these days in the world have got their propeller shafts, their axles, all welded by our machines.
That's quite impressive. And I understand you have a couple of videos.
I am going to take you through 2 short videos so that you will be able to appreciate what is friction welding. We are welding a hydraulic cylinder piston rod.
The rod eye is clamped in a specially designed 2-jaw power chuck.
We are rubbing 2 material. Both are dissimilar material. We raise the temperature above 1100
the job
degrees
is transferred to the CNC turning machine to remove the weld flash and machine the...
This is one of the world's largest Stewart platforms, which we have installed in India. Diagonally, it is about 30 meters, and you can generate all the 6 degrees of freedom. That is the pitch, roll, yaw, surge, sway, and heave. All our machines are built around NI Serio platform since the last 20 years, and we have about more than 400 NI Serio-based systems all over the world.
Now, Satish, it is NI Days, so
Yes.
I have to ask you, can you tell us a little bit about the role that National Instruments products have played in your business and how you've been able to use them?
When we started our activities, we used to manufacture these machines with PLCs, but we were often hitting the wall with limitations on the bandwidth and the flexibility to connect universal feedbacks, etc. So after adopting NI, we have realized that it is flexible, it is open, we have development time reduced from maybe 3 months to a week. We can develop any project software in a week, reduce development cost for obvious reasons, increased reliability, increased bandwidth, increased global acceptability.
Satish, and thank you very much. And now, can you tell us a little bit, do you have any plans on improving these machines or what you're thinking about for the future?
Yes, we do have a roadmap at ETA, and we have a dedicated R&D team that is working on Internet of Things. Because we have got installations all over the world, we want to keep the customer updated about his machine's health by sending him machine health reports periodically. So thereby, his maintenance cost will come down. That is one thing. Second thing is, we are trying to remove flab in our machines by using NI hardware, software, etc. That is, for example, you have a hydraulic servo actuator, which needs a big hydraulic power supply, it needs a servo valve, it needs filtration system. We want to remove all this and directly connect the pump, the oil flow by the pump by using a NI FPGA and controlling it directly. Thereby, we get rid of so much of cost, the space comes down, and the size comes down. Like this, we have some projects going on.
Well, thank you, Satish. And hopefully what we'll see in the keynote this morning are us talking about some products that might be able to help you achieve some of the things that you're working towards in the future.
Yes.
Very impressive. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Joel, with your permission, I would like to conclude my keynote speech by summarizing my 20 years and 250 projects. That
course.
the NI hardware software platform encourages you to concentrate on innovation rather than implementation. The NI hardware software platform is very addicting, and it gives you a job satisfaction. Thank you. All the best, NI.
Thank you, Satish.
Thank you very much.
So I think that's a very good example of the innovation that's being done right here in India in the machine builder space. To talk about another fantastic innovation that has to do with standardization of tests across a gigantic multinational company, please welcome to the stage Pavan Kumar. Welcome. Pavan, can you tell us a little bit about your company and the role you have there?
Sure. Schneider Electric, in fact, to start with the history, in the 19th century, we started with the steel industry. When the 20th, we moved to power production and control systems. Then now, 21st century, we are into energy management. Now we are a global specialist in energy management. And we make energy safe, reliable, productive, efficient, and green. In a nutshell, we say that we help people to make most of their energy. And in terms of figures, we are a big family of 160,000 employees across 100 countries.
Wow.
And in terms of revenue, it's 25 billion euro.
Wow, quite impressive. And then the specific role that you play?
Okay, to share about our role, what we do, normally I feel, or one of our colleagues was sharing, the smart products needs smart testing needs smart test benches. So our team are accountable to deliver a robust test benches which are helping to improve the quality of test execution, to improve the speed of test execution. So that's the responsibility of our team.
Absolutely. So that's quite a big task that you have, that you've been charged with. What are some of the biggest careabouts that you have in trying to implement?
Okay. So in terms of our strategy or fundamentals, we follow like, we have well-defined architectures and we have standard methods and templates which are helping us to design and maintain the efficient test benches. In fact, the kind of fundamentals we follow, the similar competent people we network globally to share the knowledge, to share the work, and then whatever the design we do or software, we keep it more generic and modular, so that it's helping us to reuse, as reuse is being one of our KPI. And then to maintain the effectiveness of these test benches, we follow efficient process and we follow efficient configuration system. So by on which these kind of fundamentals are helping us to deliver a robust test systems to our partner engineering or our company.
And can you talk a little bit about the role that National Instruments products are playing in helping you achieve that vision?
Sure. When I want to test any product, the ecosystem that I look should be more reliable. Then I can think of my product I can test. So when I think of ecosystem which is more stable, NI is one of the key vendors we look into. Then if we start again the same history in our test systems team, we started with managing our efficient instrument, the I/O handling of our product testing. Then the NI instrument drivers were helping. We started with all PCI, PXI, and compact IO usage. And then when we move towards automation, where we have time to market and the cost of the design is a challenge, then when we look into NI, we saw the kind of a report generation toolkits which was helping us to automate our testing. Then when we move now towards digitization, then we have quite challenges to witness the testing remotely and analyze the testing. Then when we look again towards to you, we saw the web services available. So now we are able to develop the test systems using all these toolkits, like instrument drivers serving our purpose to handle our IO system, and NI report generation toolkits helping us to make automatic reporting, and the web services which is helping us to be digitized. So in the evening when I was just meeting Mr. Ganesh and Vijay, we were recalling the recent evolutions we have done, a lot of success stories which we were implementing all these kind of drivers in some of our applications.
Pavan, thank you for sharing that. I imagine standardizing anything across an organization the size of Schneider is quite a challenge. So it's really great to see the progress that you've been able to make for the test platforms.
Thank you. It's a great privilege to share with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, one of the things that Alec just spoke about was the challenge that we have with developing engineers that are ready for industry. Now, within India, there are a lot of examples of some incredible innovations that are happening where we're doing a great job, and you're doing a great job preparing those students to be ready to take the jobs of the future. To talk about one of those examples, I'd like to invite Dr. Reddy from KL University to the stage. Welcome, Dr. Reddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good morning to one and all. At the outset, I want to congratulate National Instruments for coming out with a wonderful, very useful universal device, that is MyDAC. Basically, if you just consider engineering graduates, by the time they complete engineering graduation, they should be competent and confident and able to compete globally. This MyDAC is a device which is very flexible, portable, affordable, and long-lasting. And we are using this MyDAC in the classrooms with the concept of lab taken to the class, where our teachers go to the class, deliver the lecture, and ask the student then and there in the class itself to perform on the concepts delivered by our teachers. This lab taken to the class is basically brainchild of our president, Sri Koneru Satyanarayan Garu. He is after us to implement this concept of lab taken to the class, and ultimately we were able to realize this with the MyDAC of NIs. If you just look at the surveys of retention, says that theory taught in the class, retention is only 5 to 10%. And if you do the same experiments, practicals, retention percentage is 75%. So when retention by practice is about 10 times than retention just teaching the class, unfortunately, the most syllabi of our universities has got only 30% of practice or practicals and 70% of theory. We are teaching more in class where retention is very less. Where retention is very high, that is practicals, we just got only 30% of weightage in the curricula. So we have to change vice versa. Engineering is supposed to be practical oriented. We have to give more weightage for practice and doing the laboratories, and thereby our students will be able to learn the concepts very clearly and become very competent and confident. And also looking at the other survey on employability, every survey talks about only 15 to 20% of graduates coming out are employable. So, what's the reason for this? We at KLU are able to make 100% employable students coming out from our university. Our students are 100% employable. They are getting to the top-notch jobs, and it is possible in our KLU, then why not in other institutes? It's very much possible to do 100% employable students coming out from universities, provided management is committed, teachers in the university is very much committed, and it's possible to make 100% students employable. Coming to this MyDAC implementation, teachers, the subjects like, say, network theory, electronic digital system, electronic circuits, analog and electronic circuits, analog communication circuits, all these experiments can be done using this MyDAC invention of NI. You know what NI MyDAC is? It's basically, it has got 8 software-defined functional instruments, that's including function generator, oscillator, and digital multimeter. These are the instruments which are really required to do day-to-day laboratory experiments. All these are integrated in this MyDAC, which is a wonderful device, very useful device, very portable device, and which enables the students to take this instrument to the home, and they can as well perform the experiments at their place. And they can do that in the class itself, outside the class, anywhere, everywhere, they can do these laboratory experiments. And thereby they can really become very experts. And this technology, further technologies coming out from the SNI is going to help a lot in the educational system of our country, and our engineers will really become a very competent and confident and be able to compete globally. Before I conclude, I want to talk to you briefly about KL University. KL University is at Vijayawada. It has become a university in 2009, 6 years ago. Prior to that, it was an engineering college with the name KLCE, Koneru Lakshmi College of Engineering. As KLCE, it was number 1 among the 700 engineering colleges in the state, by any means and by any standards. It was number 1 college, top-notch college for providing quality education to the students. And this, I just give one example for this. KLC has gone for NAC accreditation in 2008 and got the score of 3.76 in the scale of 4, which is highest ever in India given to any of the educational institutes. 3.76 in the scale of 4 is the NAC accreditation score by KLCE. It was real number 1 by any standards, the reason why we were able to score that kind of marks. Now KLCE is 5 years old. This is the 6th academic year. It's well set now. We are ready to take off. We are very sure to take this to the top 10 universities of India. We want to make this research-intensive university. We are giving a lot of emphasis for research. We are very sure of taking this university to the top 10 universities. Well, some of the reasons, and very briefly about the statistics of the university, we got around 12,000 students and around 650 faculty. Of 650 faculty, 1/3 are PhD holders, 2/3 are pursuing PhD. In addition to this, UG, PG, and research scholars, together we got 12,000 students, and we got scholars, PhD scholars, 1,000 of them. Very good research is taking place. We got the entire campus vibrant with R&D environment, and we are very sure to make our university a research-intensive university. And actually, as I told you that, the most of the surveys indicate that employability of engineers coming out or the students coming out from institutes is only 20%. And we are able to make it 100% by giving the success for this is the following. Our education system is student-centric learning. We concentrate on student-centric learning. We got a lot of opportunities for students to learn and become competent and confident. We have designed so many student activities which really enables them to learn a lot and come out successfully and go out with dream start for their professional careers. We got innovative teaching, learning pedagogies adopted. We go for latest innovative teaching pedagogy. We got strong industry-institute interaction. We got vibrant R&D environment. And we got communication soft skills training unit. We give CRT training for 6 weeks before the commencement of the final year. Thereby, they get selected in the top-notch companies for the dream stars for the professional careers. Last but not the least, management commitment. Management commitment is very essential to impart quality education to the students. And that commitment is very much there with our management. Our management always encourages and sees that adopt to the latest pedagogy, teaching learning methodology, and thereby our student will get benefit a lot. And things like this NI DAC used by our students. In fact, our students have purchased this NI DAC devices. Every student in our university comes with a laptop. And of course, you all know that DAC is a basically USB powered, this one which can be easily connected to the laptop. Wherever laptop goes, this my DAC also goes. Thereby, the students can do the experiments, laboratory anywhere they want, anywhere, anytime, they can do the laboratory experiments. That's how this my DAC has changed the way our students are really learning the concepts, the way the students are getting the command or the concepts of the core courses of the subjects. Thereby, I'm very sure that the students coming out from our university is going to be different altogether with competence and confidence. And once again, before I conclude, I once again congratulate NI for a wonderful device, very universal device. I look forward for many more technologies to come. We are very much willing to work with NI, go forward, take the advantage of the inventions of NI, and make our university a great university in our country. Thank you, one and all. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy. I think a very impressive example, and I think a great model for us all to look to. Thank you. So we've just seen 3 great examples where graphical system design is being used to make advancements in a variety of areas. Smart machines, standardized test systems, as well as making improvements in our academic systems. At the heart of this graphical system design approach is LabVIEW. To talk more about LabVIEW and some of our newest innovations in this space, I'd like to invite to the stage Satish and Chinmay.